You are looking live at Spartan Stadium on the campus of Mountain Brook High School in Birmingham, Alabama, as Game 9 will take place between the Chambers Academy Rebels and the Banks Academy Jets. Banks Academy plays their home games here on the Mountain Brook High School campus, and we are high above the field here in a very nice facility that has been provided to Banks by Mountain Brook High School, and they are hosting the Chambers Academy Rebels. This is Banks Academy Senior Night, and it's their final home game, final regular season game, as they are presently 6-3. Chambers comes in at 7-1 with 2 games left, and we are bringing it to you live. This is the final region game for the Rebels. Rebels were victorious last year over Banks, second game all time. This is only Banks' second season playing football in the AASA, and I'm Calvin Milford. I am here with my broadcast partner, Chester Carter.
Hey, good evening, Calvin, and welcome to you guys at home. It's a great evening for football up here in Birmingham. Took about a 2-hour drive down I-20. Came in here on the east side of Birmingham at great facilities, Calvin, to have this game tonight. Temperatures are in the upper 60s and dropping to the low 60s by the end of the game. So we should be ready for some great action here. And like you said, it's senior night for the Banks Jets. So should be a pretty good game tonight. Coming back from last year's game, the Jets had quite a bit of talent, and they're bringing some folks back. And we talked about this was the third season of playing football for the Jets, and so they're 6-3 on the year so far. So we should be set up for a pretty good game this evening. We're about 12 minutes away from kickoff, and we do have some highlights from last year's game down in Lafayette. And so Dave's going to play those right now.
A big win over the Macon East Knights the week before had given the Rebels a 3-way tie for the region championship. To win the tiebreaker, however, they had to beat the Banks Jets in their final region game at Torbert Field. Number 16, junior John White gets things started with a bang as he returns the opening kickoff 76 yards for a touchdown and an early 8-0 lead over Banks. Following a Banks touchdown, quarterback Peyton Allen finds Josh Holliday in the end zone for a 29-yard touchdown pass and a 16-6 lead for the Rebels. Later in the first quarter, senior Jacob Oliver comes up with a big stop on 3rd and 9, which forces a punt by the Jets. A little razzle-dazzle call by Coach Allen as Peyton finds JoJo Hendricks down the sideline for 64 yards. And 2 plays later, Peyton Allen finds Jake Higgins for a 20-yard touchdown to increase the Rebels' lead to 3 touchdowns.
Jordan Benbrook rips off a 23-yard run on 4th down to extend the Rebel drive. Peyton Allen shows his athleticism and scrambles all over the field for a nice 16-yard run to set up another Rebel score. Hunter Burdett and the Rebel defense stop the Jets on this 4th down punt and take the ball over on downs deep in Jets territory. The Rebel defense is at it again, and Cade Tarver picks off the Jets pass and returns it for 30 yards for it to set up another Rebel score. Jordan Benbrook caps off the drive with a 10-yard touchdown run to the right. Peyton Allen hits John White on a 10-yard out pattern, and then John White does the rest as he dodges Jets all the way down the field for another Rebel touchdown. JoJo Hendricks hands the ball off to Braxton Ure to finish off the scoring for the Rebels.
And the 2020 Chambers Rebels are officially region champs with a tie-breaking 50-6 win over Banks. And we are back with you. While we were away, the crowd pause for the playing of the national anthem. We apologize that we missed that, but we already had the highlights going, so we elected to complete that, and now we are about ready for the coin toss and for the teams to take the field. Again, these two teams are in the same region. Chambers has already clinched first place. Banks has already clinched a playoff spot by being the 4th seed. Neither team can move anywhere in the rankings by winning or losing. Both teams are locked in. This region and the other region are both set in 2A, in 1A divisions, and in 3A division. There are some games going on tonight which will decide some playoff seeding, but 2A is settled. The East Division of 2A will be, East Region of 2A will be Chambers, Macon East, Edgewood, and Banks. And the West Division will be Autauga, Escambia, Patrician, and Wilcox. Chambers will host Wilcox in the first round at Torbert Allen Field. Autauga will host Banks, and Macon East will travel to Escambia. And let's see, Edgewood will go somewhere. I guess, forgive me, Edgewood will travel to Escambia,
yes.
And Macon East will host Patrician. That unmuddled my mind. Sorry about that, folks. Chester, maybe you need to talk for a few minutes.
Okay. And the playoffs are going to start November 5th, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
We have one more regular season game as we host defending 1A champion Crenshaw for our senior night next Friday night. And then we will host Wilcox in the first round the next Friday, which will be the 5th.
So plenty of more good football left to play, getting into the end of the regular season and getting ready for the first round of the playoffs. The two teams are out in midfield, getting ready to call the coin toss. And, folks, don't be mistaken. That is not Old Miss out there with the Rebels. That is the Banks Jets, those powder blue uniforms the Jets are wearing. Look reminiscent of the Old Miss Rebels. And it looks like the Jets have deferred.
And Chambers will take the ball.
And the Rebels are getting lined up to run out, and they'll be coming in from the left side of your screen,
which is the south end zone here. So north end zone at Torbert Allen, but is the south end zone here as the sun went down over our shoulders. Games are starting at night now. Kind of the way it ought to be, and it'll be that way on through the rest of the season if the Rebels are fortunate to stay in the playoffs, the county regular season. This is the last true road game here in Birmingham, and then we'll have 3 home games in a row, we hope. We know we'll have 2. So should be a good finish, and here come the Jets with some entry music. As Chester said, powder blue home uniforms, red helmets, red shoes, with the Jets logo very similar to the Jets logo that used by the New York Jets in the NFL.
Your Banks Academy Jets.
And here come your Chambers Rebels.
Please welcome the Chambers Academy Rebels.
And the Rebels are going to be looking to come out quick and strike early. Coach Allen has been emphasizing that so far going into the latter half of the season here for the Rebels to get out quickly on road games. They've been kind of, slow getting out of the gates. You could say that over the past couple road games. So Coach Allen has been stressing to get out early and make a statement. So the Rebels will be looking to strike quickly here as they get the ball first in the first half. And John White and T.Y. Trammell are going to be back deep for the Rebels.
Some of the things you fans may notice differently here, of course, we are a little higher, or a good bit higher than we usually are, so the field will be a little further away at times. There are no visiting stands. The home sideline is away from the press box, and the visiting sideline where Chambers is on the press box side. The fans for Banks are on the north, tending toward the north end zone, and the fans for Chambers tending toward the south end zone, but both of them are on the same side of the field.
That's an interesting setup.
Yeah, it is. This is a really nice facility.
Yep. Well, the Jets kick it off, and John White slips down at the about 21, but picks up the ball, and he's got a seam going down the right side. Oh, the big paw right there grabbed him and slowed him down just enough to push him out of bounds at about the 44-yard line where the Rebels will start. Great starting field position.
Yeah. John, very fortunate, he was able to get up and on his feet before he touched the ball, or it would have been down around the 22. So that's a good little 20-yard difference. And the Rebel offense is ready to roll.
Flag on the play.
Well, that's interesting.
It was against the Jets, and they're going to push them deep into Jets territory. It was like a 15-yard.
Yeah, a 15-yard penalty for something.
There's a flag on the play. Personal foul against the Jets.
Well, I don't exactly know what happened. Must have been during the return. Yeah, our spotter David Howard points out that John did get spun around on the tackle, so could have been a horse collar type penalty.
Hendricks flings out to Trammell in the flat, and he picks up about 9 on the play. Or, more than that, he picks up 11, enough for a Rebel first down. Offense is led by number 2 quarterback JoJo Hendricks, senior. And alongside the backfield with him is Jordan Benbrook, number 12. Or excuse me, 13. Pass is completed down to John White, and he's getting some separation, and he is caught from behind at about the 14-yard line. Set up another Rebel first down.
Some good footwork there by senior John White to break containment and pick up an extra 7 or 8 yards. Rebels are in the red zone.
Quick handoff to Jordan Benbrook off the right side, and he is met at the line, but picks up about a yard on the play. Bring up second down and 9. Great angle here, Calvin, to see these plays compared to the last week.
Yeah.
You know, so that was
we had to look around the corner of the press box last week. But,
yeah. So
every road game is an adventure, folks.
That's
we
right.
always have a good time setting up. Sometimes we set up 2 or 3 times.
Quick handoff to Benbrook.
No,
excuse
that's,
me,
Gavin Kite.
Gavin Kite,
He's gonna
and he's
score.
in for a touchdown, Rebels. So with 10:58 left to go in the first, the Rebels strike for a nice touchdown run by Gavin Kite. It was about a 12-yard run, and that is a Ricky Elliott and Associates touchdown.
Caden Haley out for the extra point.
Good snap, and hold is good, and
Ooh.
off just to the left.
Yeah,
Extra point is no good.
that kick kind of
10:58 remaining in the first quarter.
And we'd like to thank our game sponsor tonight, Give Me Some Sugar in Lafayette.
Have you
downtown
checked out
Lafayette,
Gimme Some
and
Sugar
here you
in
go.
Lafayette, Alabama? We are located across from the courthouse in the heart of Chambers County. Here at Gimme Some Sugar, we carry everything but sugar, from home decor to gift items for almost every occasion, such as candles, picture frames, custom door hangers, and signs. But we are most known for our boutique, where we carry junior and women's latest styles, sizes small to 3X. We also have all the accessories you need, such as handbags, jewelry, and footwear. But that isn't all. We do have men's t-shirts, hats, and soon we'll have sweatshirts. And if you can't make it in, feel free to check us out on our website at www.gimmesomesugarlafayette.com. Follow us on Facebook at Gimme Some Sugar Lafayette and Instagram at Gimme Some Sugar AL.
back live. I was seeing when we broke for the commercial that was an uncharacteristically low kick by Haley. And then that one goes out of bounds.
Yep. Going off to the left there, we'd like to thank again our game sponsor tonight, Give Me Some Sugar in Lafayette, Alabama. Thank you, Jennifer Grace, for sponsoring tonight's game. And with that kick out of bounds, The Jets will take the ball at the 35-yard line.
Jennifer's been in business about a year because I remember us doing some commercials for her toward the end of last season. She was just opening up. So
It's a big hit in Lafayette. I know
Procedure, kick out of bounds.
my wife and daughters love going down there, so stop in and see her, especially as the holidays are coming up, and knock some of those gifts off the Christmas list. But here we go, first down and 10 for the Jets. And quick handoff met at the line of scrimmage. I did not even see where that was going.
Gavin Kite, cross collie, and
Wilson on the carry for the middle.
I'm going to have to
Play, second down, 98.
Valsma with
Yep.
3 tacklers.
can't quite read the number of the ball carrier, but we'll work on that.
First drive for Chambers, sort of a surgical drive. No really big plays, but no third downs either. Just took it right down the field. Short 40-yard field.
Another quick handoff up the middle. Number 10 is the ball carrier. That was Quintarius
Quintarius Chandler on the carry. No gain on the play.
Chandler.
Big third down early on for the defense.
Yeah, that last drive, Hendricks was 100% completion. Every pass he completed out there. Nice drive to set the stage for Hendricks and the Rebel offense. And the defense is doing a well of a job so far in their first defensive stand. It'd be third down and 9 for the Jets. Oh, another quick handoff up the middle and gets about 2 yards on that's going to bring up fourth down and about 7 for the Jets.
This time last year, Chester, the Jets were 1-8, and this year they're 6-3. So quite a +5 difference for them going into this final regular season game for them. They have an open week like some teams schedule before the playoffs begin, so they will have a week off before they face the daunting task of going to Prattville and taking on the Autauga Generals.
And we've got John White and
Substitution violation there. They broke the huddle with 12, and they were trying to get him off, and they do call the substitution violation, not the delay. Play clock ran out also, but the substitution happened first.
It'll remain fourth down.
You get 12 out there, Chester, you got to get one off, and so that's like waving a flag at the officials saying, "Here I am." High snap, no rush, as the Rebels have the return on.
ball bounces at the 50 and takes a Rebel bounce back into Jets territory. So the Rebels will take it at the 47-yard line.
First down, Chambers.
Second drive for Chambers. Both drives have started in Banks territory. First one was by virtue of a penalty, this by virtue of a short punt. But we'll take them however we can get them.
And looking across the crowd there, a nice group of folks come up from Lafayette. The Rebels always travel well, and up to see a nice football Friday Night Lights here in Birmingham, Alabama. Hendricks drop backs, looks to his right. He's going down the right sideline, targeting John White,
wow.
and just off his fingertips. Good coverage by the Jets secondary.
Hendricks pass, falls incomplete. Intended for number 16.
Momentarily, it was wide open,
Second
and
down.
it just couldn't quite haul it in. Usually if you can get one in John White's zip code, he can catch it.
Yep, good hands and good leaping ability. Second down and 10 for the Rebels.
Play clock is not started for some reason.
Hendricks
Ooh, that's a
eyes
little high.
T.Y. on a slant there and ball's incomplete. Yeah, a little bit high there. So they're going to bring up third down and 10 for the Rebels.
Martin Coleman in coverage.
They ran that play a couple of times last week at Macon East, and always seemed like it was throw was a little high. Some sort of timing issue that they apparently need to get down a little more practice on.
Yeah, but if he could connect to that, T.Y. was
Oh yeah, he's wide open
looking
every
at the
time.
house. Yeah, so here we go, third and 10 for the Rebels. Hendricks rolls out to his left, and he is looking for T.Y., and ball's incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down and 10 for the Rebels.
Seen several slips and falls out there. Apparently this turf is, and you can see in looking at it that it's got kind of a glaze on it.
Yeah, the dew is setting in. We're on top of a ridge here on just off of 459 in Birmingham, in between 280 and I-20.
Well, this will be a 3 and out for Chambers. That's something that
Isaac Smith back at punt return.
you don't see very often out of the Rebels when they're in the opponent's territory, but we're going to punt and try to pin them deep.
And Spud Conway is back to do the punting duties for the Rebels.
Whoa, he gets a high snap.
Whoa, over his head.
He's going to have to pick it up.
And run with it.
Well, he
and
still hadn't got. Wow, okay, so Banks is really going to benefit from this miscue.
They're going to take over the ball at the 24-yard line of the Rebels. 25-yard line is where they're going to spot it. Correction. And that dew out there is giving some trouble.
Yeah, that's.
Jets will take over.
Conway had a little even trouble trying to pick it up off the ground. So that'll set up the Jets at their Rebel 25, 1st and 10. 8:21 left to go here in the first. Jets have a great opportunity to tie this one up, potentially take the lead.
Take the lead.
Yeah.
Well, they're 6 and 3. They've not gotten to that point by being without talent. One of their losses by 1 point.
Direct snap to number 10, it looks like. And they're going to give him about 2 on the play, maybe 1.5. Set up 2nd down.
Braden Munkus in on the tackle. Ashton Chambers.
Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9.
This is a turf field. It's not grass, so I don't know what impact that dew has on that. But you literally, I don't know if y'all can pick it up at home, but you can see the dew.
Ooh, another bobble snap, and the Rebels
gonna
come
be a
up with
Chambers
it.
ball.
Ashton Chambers comes up with it at the 30.
Well, that's
Recovered by Chambers Academy. Number
obviously impacting both teams at this point. That was a wet ball error as well, so could be an interesting night with everybody trying to get used to catching a greased pig.
Yes, indeed. So, hey, the Rebels get that one back quickly, and you're going to try to make up for that quick 3 and out on that last series. So 7:41 left to go in the first. Rebels get the ball back at their own 30. Hendrick hands off to Benbrook, looking on the left side, cuts back to the middle, and he is pulling some Jets with him, and they're going to spot him down at about the 38-yard line. Nice pickup on 1st down for Benbrook.
Yep. Line to gain is the 40.
Gain of 9 on the play. 2nd down and 1.
Second down and just a little over a yard. Got to get to the 40 for a 1st down. Hendricks drops back, a lot of pressure, and he overthrows his intended target, Gavin. A lot of heat by the Jets right there. Kind of took Hendricks by surprise.
Yeah, they got back there almost as quickly as the ball did, and he had to get rid of it, and he threw it in a place where nobody could catch it, which was probably by design. I mean, it's 3rd and a little over 1, so you don't want to take a sack, obviously. Have 3rd and long, just throw it away. Put it in an area where nobody can catch it. Live to fight another play. And that's going to be a 1st down. Nice run there by Jordan Benbrook. He picks up where he left off last week, picking up 1st downs.
A 1st down carry for the Rebels.
Benbrook with 23 yards on this drive. He's been the carry on both plays. This will be T.Y.
Turning on the Jets, no pun intended, and he is pushed out of bounds inside the 20. We're at the 20-yard line.
Dead on the 20, yeah.
T.Y. Trammell on the carry.
Trying to stay away from turning the Jets on when you're playing the Jets. Nice one run by T.Y. Trammell. First down and 10 at the 20. Rebel offense is trying to pick up the tempo a little bit.
Ooh, caught in the
Conway
backfield.
met in the backfield for about a 5-yard loss. They're going to 4-yard loss on that. Spot him at the 24-yard line.
Conway on the carry.
Tackle was by number 63, it looked like.
There was
Second down, 14
maybe
gain.
Jabari Wilder, 61.
Maybe it's 53.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, Edgar
Thomas
Noble.
Aldridge.
Oh, yeah, Thomas Aldridge. We do have a lineup for Banks. We don't always get that, but the gentleman was very kind to share it with us.
Hendricks just throws behind his intended receiver, John White. It'll bring up third down and about 14.
Third down.
Incomplete pass stops the clock with 6:01 left to go here in the first. Rebels are looking to get that rhythm on offense.
Yeah, don't quite have it yet, although we're in our about 40th yard of this drive.
And it
45
appears-
yards.
Yeah, Rebel offense has thrown a lot more so far in the first quarter versus the run. Trammell's in motion, takes the sweep, and nice
Ooh.
cut back.
That was a nice cut.
And he has got great vision of the field, and he
He's
is
gonna
in
be
for
in
a
for a
Rebel touchdown.
That was all T.Y. there, Chester. He was bottled up, and he took a sharp cut to the right, and from there on it was clear sailing.
A 24-yard touchdown run for T.Y. Trammell to put the Rebels up
12 zip.
12 zip.
I think you'll see it. The scoreboard. If you look at the scoreboard cam, it says 6-6. That is incorrect, of course. It's 12-0.
And
Likely to go for 2 here. The 40-second clock that you see in the scoreboard cam, well, you can't quite see it. It's off to the right. It is not working. So that's being kept on the field.
Well, the Rebels are going for 2. Hendricks has Benbrook to his right. Handoff to Benbrook right up the middle, and he
He's
is
in.
in for a 2-point conversion. And that touchdown is a Ricky Elliott and Associates touchdown. Ricky Elliott and Associates Insurance, now part of the Star Insurance Group with offices in Opelika, Auburn, Montgomery, Greenville, insuring businesses, homes, farms, and autos in Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, and North Carolina. Supporting Chambers Academy Rebels since 1980. Go Rebels. Thank you, Ricky Elliott, for sponsoring this year's touchdowns.
This is a really nice press box facility. It has the middle for the scorekeeper and the PA announcer. On each side of that is a media booth. So we are in one of the media booths. And then on each side of the media booth, away from the middle, are coaches' offices.
Keep them separated.
Coaches' areas, I guess, or coaches' rooms. So,
Yeah, this place is thought out very well
yeah,
to separate
really, really
everything.
nice.
Haley with the kick, and it bounces at the 25, picked up at the Jets at the 23, and it's like it's number 5 on the return. That's Cayman Teasley.
Cameron Teasley on the return. He'll bring it out across the
Brings it out to the 27-yard line where the Jets will start their next offensive series with 5 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in the first. The Jets had a great opportunity with that high snap on the punt for the Rebels, and one play later they gave it right back to the Rebels. Rebels drove it down and capitalized on the turnover, and that's why we were at the score of 14-0. Chambers Academy Rebels are up.
Nice 70-yard drive, mostly on the ground. Whoops.
Nice run inside for the Jets up to about the 35-yard line. Good pickup on first.
8-yard run.
He'll gain 8 on the play. Second down.
Almost stopped for no gain, but once he made it past that first tackle, then he was able to pick up about 8 yards, 2nd and 2.
And I remember the team from last year when they were in Lafayette, a lot of athleticism out there, but they were looking to just bring it together, the chemistry, and you can tell this year they've made great improvements.
Yeah, this is a new school. Of course, Banks in the public school.
I was saying the ball is loose.
Wilson on the carry.
We'll see it to see the officials say.
Hunter Burdette comes out of the pile with the ball in his hand, but I don't think he convinced anybody.
No, officials were Continuous possession stayed with the Jets.
And that will be a first down, it looks like. First down of the game by the Jets.
Yep.
As I was saying, the Banks High School in Birmingham was very, very notorious powerhouse in Alabama high school football until it closed in 1989 and was absorbed by some other schools or some new schools, and so they have taken that name and they are building this program and this school from the ground up. Nearly every senior that they had in senior night tonight quoted a favorite scripture. They were all involved in a program of some sort or another called etiquette, and everyone had a selected college they were going to and a career choice. So it was a pretty impressive senior night ceremony.
And they only had, 5 seniors?
I think they had 5 and then 1 cheerleader.
Yeah.
There's 7 on the banners down here, but 1 or 2 of them weren't here.
Another handoff right up the middle for maybe about a yard gain on the play. We'll bring up about 3rd and 5 for the Jets.
Football to play.
The Jets are continuing to run right into the teeth of the Rebel defense, and be careful because they could spring it out to the edge and bust it wide open. So hopefully the Rebels can keep containment on that.
According to the PA announcer, there was a fumble on that play that was recovered by Banks. We did not see that. And once again, I think they have too many people on the field. Well, they had one trying to get off, but they sent him back, so maybe they didn't have.
A lot of heat by the Rebels and just about offside.
Yeah, I don't see how they tried to jump the snap count and almost did it too quickly, but they held them. It's now 4th down.
And that was number 56, Hunter Knox.
Yep, and Hunter Burdett was the other one.
First Rebel in there. And that's going to bring up 4th down for the Jets.
Hunter Burdett has been an expert the 2 years he's been a Rebel for jumping snap counts.
And he timed that one down to the half second there.
Yeah, that was a eyelash.
Yep. Conway and White are back deep for the Rebels, staying at about the 30-yard line. Ooh, high snap.
Another high snap.
Corralled by the Jets. Decent punt. And it's going to take a bounce. A Jets bounce down to the 26-yard line.
Young man was exhorting the ball to keep rolling, but it finally went dead on this wet turf at the 26. If Wishing would have made it so, he would have had it down on about the 1 because he was waving at it and talking to it and everything else, but it just wouldn't do it.
And he didn't catch the prevailing wind and up it down there, but the Rebels will start at their own 27-yard line.
Turf not quick enough with this heavy dew on it.
That's amazing how quickly it set in, though.
Mm-hmm.
First and 10 for the Rebels with 2 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in the first. Hendricks drops back, looking for his receiver across the middle, getting flushed out of the pocket, and he pitches it.
Wow, that was a nice
T.Y.
forward throw to T.Y.
And T.Y. has found quite a bit of running room on a busted play, made a lot out of nothing.
T.Y. stayed back as a relief valve on that pass, and JoJo looked up, and there he was. And
that appeared to almost be a little shovel pass.
yeah, he had 5 people after him. T.Y. had maybe 1 or 2, so he said, you take it.
And good work by the Rebels there to pick up enough for another Rebels first down.
We talked with Coach Allen for our midweek pregame as we do when we've had a road game the previous week, and he mentioned some injuries in the offensive line. Those may be sort of showing a little tonight.
A lot of heat by the Jets.
Running for his life out there.
Yep, Hendricks is looking for something, and he's back past the line of scrimmage. Big block set up by the Rebels. And
gets the first down.
Yep, Spud Conway with a big block to spring Hendricks down the left side of the field for a Rebels first down.
Nice job by JoJo. He keeps looking up and seeing blue jerseys, and he keeps slipping out and making something out of nothing. He got a first down out of that one on a nice run. Went right over the top of the rush that time to Gavin Kite.
That's Gavin's second catch of the evening.
Game 7 on the
Pickup
play.
of 7 on that to bring up second down and 3. Hendricks hits Trammell in the flats, and he has got green all in front of him. He is
He's
speeding
turning
down
on
the
the afterburners,
sideline.
and he will score.
Another Rebels touchdown.
Hendricks pass, complete to number 1.
That is a Ricky Elliott and Associates touchdown.
Chambers.
Nice pitch out to the flats there by Hendricks to Trammell. And Trammell did the rest. So with 1 minute and 29 seconds left to go in the first, the Rebels are up 20-0.
Haley will come out, take another attempt at a PAT. Games like this, you want to work on every aspect of the game as it gets tougher by the week from here on.
Low snap.
Got
Hendricks.
that one.
Hendricks cleans it up and sets it up perfectly for Haley. And the extra point is good.
With 1:29 remaining in the first quarter.
So Ricky Elliott and Associates is our touchdown sponsor of this year. And Ricky Elliott and Associates Insurance is now a part of Star Insurance Group with offices in Opelika, Auburn, Montgomery, and Greenville, insuring businesses, homes, farms, and autos in Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, and North Carolina. Supporting Chambers Academy Rebels since 1980. Go Rebels. Thank you, Ricky Elliott and Associates.
Chester, this is one of those games you kind of look at, might be a trap game. It's a region game, of course, and this is a team with a winning record, but they are in fourth place and you're in first, so you're thinking, well, you know, you got the teams that beat you, we beat them. You can't think like that in a game like this. This is their senior night and they're fired up, and so far Chambers has handled things, even with some pretty glaring errors.
And Haley gets the kickoff and is fielded at the 25 by the Jets. Looking for some running room. And
nice tackle by Kyle Hand and Hayden Hurst.
Yep.
Marjorie Coleman on the return.
That was number 3, Comadre Coleman on the return for the Jets.
29-yard line. First down.
Going to spot the ball at the 29-yard line.
Cross Collie standing there, ready to roll when they are.
Yeah, Cross Collie was our defensive player of the game last week. First and 10. Pitch out to
and
number 10. And
he was Cross was there, but he got the pitch out right before he tackled him.
big run on first down for the Jets.
That's what you were suggesting a while ago that might be open, Chester, is to try to hit to the outside because the middle is absolutely sealed off
Yeah.
and has been all year.
Pickup of 9 on that. Yeah, good run for the Jets on first down. Bring up second down and 1. Under 1 minute left to go here in the first. Right up the middle, and that should be enough for a Jets first down.
Yep, it's going to be right on the 40.
First down, Jets.
That may get us, well, got 41 seconds. It won't get us to second quarter. The Jets will run at least one more play.
Coleman on the quarterback keeper on the play.
Trammell comes in for number 7, Ben Banks, on defense for the Rebels.
Braxton Yurt on this side toward the Rebel sideline. John White in the middle.
Kept that one by the quarterback, and he may have picked up a yard on that, and that will be the last play of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, your Chambers Academy Rebels are up 21-0. And while we got a break here at halftime, we'd like to thank our game sponsor tonight, Give Me Some Sugar in Lafayette, Alabama.
Have you checked out Gimme Some Sugar in Lafayette, Alabama? We are located across from the courthouse in the heart of Chambers County. Here at Gimme Some Sugar, we carry everything but sugar, from home decor to gift items for almost every occasion, such as candles, picture frames, custom door hangers, and signs. But we are most known for our boutique, where we carry junior and women's latest styles, sizes small to 3X. We also have all the accessories you need, such as handbags, jewelry, and footwear. But that isn't all. We do have men's t-shirts, hats, and soon we'll have sweatshirts. And if you can't make it in, feel free to check us out on our website at www.gimmesomesugarlafette.com. Follow us on Facebook at Gimme Some Sugar Lafette and Instagram at Gimme Some Sugar AL.
And what shall we outside of the rim of the St. Gimme Some Sugar. And that is how Jim came up with the name of our stores. It was our grandmother's favorite sayings. Come on over here and give me some sugar. A neat memory comes from a neat name for a neat business.
It is a great store in town. I know that a lot of folks come by there and come home with all kinds of goodies. So after one quarter of play, the Rebels pretty much dominated that first quarter. One error on the high snap on the punt, which gave the Jets the ball deep in Rebel territory, but the Rebel defense stood tall and took that ball back quickly after one play and capitalized on that turnover. And your score is 21-0. Rebels are up.
And they're going to have to move the down marker. It's in the wrong place. It looks like it's 2nd and 1. It's actually 2nd and 9. He's on the wrong end of the chains. There you go, move. When they moved the chains, he stayed on the end that he was on when the quarter was over. So got that straightened out. It's 2nd and 9. Well, and now it's 1st and 10.
They cross the midfield stripe and end up in Rebel territory.
Second venture by the Jets into Rebel territory. The first came on a punting disaster that resulted in the ball turned over deep in Chambers territory, but the Jets turned it right back on a fumble. So this is the first time that their offense has put together consecutive first downs to move into Chambers territory. And they're beginning to move the line a little bit now, Chester.
Getting a little bit of space. That offensive line was so condensed earlier there, and now they've spread it out a little bit to help spread out the Rebel defense, and they're getting a little movement now. So
that was a big gain.
Yep.
Contact was at about 3 yards, and they ran it about another 4 as the pile kept moving.
So 2nd down and about 3 for the Jets.
Don't know if they have a passing game of sorts, but you might see one here.
Another design run right off the right side and picks up about 9 on the play, but we need to check the penalty.
I think we're going to have a hold.
There's a flag on the play.
I think they held Braden Munkus up on that. Yep, that's what it was.
Holding on the Jets.
Flag landed right at the feet of where the hold took place. And it looked to me like it was still going on when the flag hit because they had Braden pretty well hogtied there.
They finished their block, as the coach wants them to do.
Yep. Block till the whistle blows.
The official found a little bit of error in that block, and it's going to set the Jets back to the 49, their own 49. We got a little time on the field for the official to
tie a shoe.
So 2nd down and about 12. You're looking right down the 50-yard line. Hunter Burdette
got him.
Met the quarterback in the backfield, but he eluded Hunter in the backfield and made it across the line and picked up about 3 on the play.
3 on the play. 3rd down.
3rd and 9 for the Jets.
Nice tackle by Hunter. Got him in his sights and brought him down. 3rd and a tad more than 9. Line to gain is the 39.
Quarterback take this. Met in the
Oh, that
backfield
was a good
quickly by
tackle
Gavin Kite.
Kite.
About a 3-yard loss on that. Gavin read that one quickly and was in the backfield and finished that play off for a 3-yard loss. Will bring up 4th down for the Jets.
We will await the decision of the coaching staff. And you can hear him yelling punt all the way across the field, so they will punt. That holding penalty certainly altered the nature of that drive as the Jets were moving the ball until the holding penalty struck, and then the Rebel defense stiffened, and we'll have another punt.
John White and Spud Conway are back deep for the Rebels.
Snaps have been very high on these punts for both teams. That one's going to roll back there, too.
Oh.
And Cross almost got that one.
And going to bounce down about the 26-yard line. That's where the Jets are going to down it. Yeah, right off the fingertips of Cross Collie. Getting that big paw up there again this week. He was incredible last week in knocking down passes against the Knights. We were down in Cecil last week. And the quarterback down there couldn't get any passes off to his right. Cross was up there knocking him down. I think he had, 4 knockdowns?
Yeah, he probably woke up several times during the night and saw Cross Collie with his hands up.
Well, here comes the Rebel offense, led by senior JoJo Hendricks. Jordan Benbrooks off to his right.
Blocking a little steadier that time.
Hendricks hits John White at the 40, and John's making some moves, and he is out over past the 50 and pushes forward to the 44-yard line of the Jets. Nice moves after the catch by John White.
He caught it at about the 40 and got to the other 44, so picked up 16 yards after the catch.
Hendricks drops back and hits Conway. And Conway's making some moves.
I think he's going to score.
It's like he's going to take this one to the house. Nice moves by Conway. Touchdown, Rebels.
Chester, you saw on that drive what 2 good senior receivers can do for you. You saw John White pick up 16 yards after the catch, and there you saw Conway pick up about 40 after the catch, or 45. And when you're JoJo, just get it to them and let them do their magic.
That's right. You can see there's the seniors there. The vision they have of the field has improved over year, and they can see where the defenders are going to be at and anticipate it. And they had made them miss and taken it to the house for another Rebel score. Haley comes on for the extra point. Hendricks gets a snap down. The kick is up. And it is good. And that is another Ricky Elliott and Associates touchdown.
Rebels lead the Jets 28-0.
It was a 2-play, 63 or 4 yard drive.
Yep.
Maybe 73 or 4. Yeah.
This has been a pass heavy offense so far this game for the Rebels.
Coach Allen, I'm sure, struggling to get these injured folks back in the lineup. He talked Wednesday night about how he had some people injured on the offensive line, but Jordan Benbrook still got 266 yards. So you're the next one up. You got to get in there and do your job. But tonight they've had a little more passing concentration, probably because of those injuries. And when you have a mobile quarterback like JoJo has turned out to be, you can do that quite well.
Haley with the kick and down to about the 25, close to having the knee down.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call that.
And a tackle is made by number 10.
Teasley on the return.
That's Kyle Hand, sophomore.
We'll take it out to the 33-yard line.
They're going to spot the ball down about the 32 or 33.
It's like the 33.
It's like they're going to start running the clock, it looks like.
Yeah, that's true, because that was a change of possession that would not normally have resulted in a running clock. So we may get home before midnight, Chester.
Not before we stop at Buc-ee's on the way home.
That's true. I'm going to check Buc-ee's off my Buc-ee list. I've never been to Buc-ee's, so. Whoops, got somebody
Hand off
running
to number
loose now.
10 right up the middle for the Jets, tackled by John White.
Quintarius Chandler on the carry.
That was Quintarius Chandler for the Jets. Big pickup on first, down to the 49-yard line. Found that seam and kicked it wide open there. A nice pickup on first for the Jets.
Well,
Number 10's gotten loose, and he's going down the left side. Couple Rebels to beat and pushed
Gavin
out of
Kite
bounds.
outruns him.
Nice angle by Gavin. Pushes him out of bounds at the 12-yard line. That was number 10, Quintarius Chandler.
Ridden out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, they did stop the clock for that, so I don't know. I don't know what was going on a while ago, but I think maybe he might have been telling them to start the 40-second clock, and the clock operator may have.
Mistaken it for
Well,
game
no, they
clock?
did it again, so I guess. I guess it is their intention to. Maybe the coaches had an agreement ahead of time when it reached a certain level to run it. But I mean, here you are, you're only down 4 scores with plenty of time left, and you're moving the ball. That's kind of.
carry by
Samuel Wilson on the carry.
Wilson on the carry for the Jets. Picks up of 4 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
Luke Tarver checks in on defense. Luke wears the same number that Cade wore last year, so I always had to stop and be sure that's who we're talking about.
I think I caught him, Cade, in a JV game a couple weeks ago.
That's going to be really close to a 1st and goal.
Yes. Yeah, the Jets are moving the ball quite effectively on this drive.
Third down and short.
It's third and
inches.
minuscule amount.
Jets can get a 1st down, and he
And I
pushes
think-
forward
I
to
think
the
they
1 yard
probably
line.
did. Yeah, he got down to the 1, so it's going to be 1st and goal for the Jets.
Quintarius Chandler on the carry. First and goal, Jets.
4 more tries from the 1
Yep.
to get a touchdown.
Chain crew will step aside. Interesting challenge here for the Rebel defense. Your opponent's on the 1. I think you'll see a steady diet of number 10.
Yeah, Quintarius Chandler has been the workhorse on this drive.
Well, I would think, are getting very close to
The 42nd,
using
yeah.
too much time here.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're going to take a timeout. They're going to have to because they were just about out of time.
Well, while we got time on the field, we want to thank our game sponsor for the evening. Give me some
Have
sugar.
you checked out Gimme Some Sugar in Lafayette, Alabama? We are located across from the courthouse in the heart of Chambers County. Here at Gimme Some Sugar, we carry everything but sugar, from home decor to gift items for almost every occasion, such as candles, picture frames, custom door hangers, and signs. But we are most known for our boutique, where we carry junior and women's latest styles, sizes small to 3X. We also have all the accessories you need, such as handbags, jewelry, and footwear. But that isn't all. We do have men's t-shirts, hats, and soon we'll have sweatshirts. And if you can't make it in, feel free to check us out on our website at www.gimmesomesugarlafette.com. Follow us on Facebook at Gimme Some Sugar Lafette and Instagram at Gimme Some Sugar AL.
But still was a good shot.
And when we come back to live action here, Dave was trying to get a shot of that beautiful moon coming up over Spartan Stadium here. It looks like it's a waning gibbous moon beautiful fall moon. Harvest moon, maybe.
Yeah,
Not
we'll
too
go with
sure.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about waxing and waning.
I know a full moon and a half moon. That's about it.
I know if you're waxing, your car's going to probably start waning.
Jets.
Here we go. First and goal for the Jets at the 1.
And they push the pile right into the end zone.
Straight in for a Jets touchdown.
Touchdown Jets.
So with 4 minutes and 26 seconds left to go in the first half, the Jets strike with their first touchdown.
You know, again, Chester, if I'm the coach at Banks, I would think that was a little early to run the clock.
Me too.
But hey, we're not going to complain because the whole time they're making a decision on what kind of point after to do or whatever, the clock is running. They're going to go for 2. And
Met
he got it. According to the side judge.
Two-point try is good.
2-point try is good for the Jets. So it's set to score 28 Rebels, 8 Jets. And while we got a second here, we'd like to remind everybody to make sure you go to our Facebook page and like the Chambers Academy Sports Live page, and also on YouTube, click the subscribe button so you guys are notified of any type of activities that are coming up, especially next week as the Lady Rebels volleyball kicks off in playoff action. Where are they going to be at? The Crampton Bowl in Montgomery. And Tuesday. So if you can't make it, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page to get notifications of all the Lady Rebels volleyball action next week. Good luck, Lady Rebels.
High noon.
They are the region champs. Best of luck.
So, do you do an onside? Get onside kick and score, and then you get the ball first in the third quarter. That could be kind of.
White takes it and is met at the 40-yard line by number 56.
John White on the return.
That is Artel Cox.
56, Artel Cox. First down Rebels.
Slowed John White down quite quickly at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, the crowd got really excited over that. I mean, I agree it was a good tackle, but I couldn't figure out what was going on there for a second. And here we go. Only 2 minutes to score with a running clock, so the Rebel offense needs to see what they can make of this. Again, Banks will have the ball.
Hand off to Conway on the sweep, and he's found an edge, and an angle by the Jets just to push Conway out at the 41-yard line.
Jeremy Conway.
Rebels got to remember the clock is running.
First down Chambers.
So despite the fact that he got out of bounds. Coach Allen, sound like one of those old timers. Coach Allen has all 3 timeouts.
First and 10, ball spot at the 41 of the Jets. Hand off to Benbrook. Jordan lowers the head and pushes forward for about 4 or 5 on that play.
Benbrook on the carry up the middle.
Giving 4, 2nd down and 6.
Would have maybe expected a timeout there. Clock will go under a minute before the snap. Rebels do have 3 timeouts per the scoreboard.
Hand off to Benbrook. Little footwork there in the backfield to get him out to the line.
And we'll get a timeout here with 44 seconds.
By 50, John McGee. 2nd down.
And we'd like to thank our game sponsor this evening, Give Me Some Sugar in Lafayette, Alabama.
Have you checked out Gimme Some Sugar in Lafayette, Alabama? We are located across from the courthouse in the heart of Chambers County. Here at Gimme Some Sugar, we carry everything but sugar, from home decor to gift items for almost every occasion, such as candles, picture frames, custom door hangers, and signs. But we are most known for our boutique, where we carry junior and women's latest styles, sizes small to 3X. We also have all the accessories you need, such as handbags, jewelry, and footwear. But that isn't all. We do have men's t-shirts, hats, and soon we'll have sweatshirts. And if you can't make it in, feel free to check us out on our website at www.gimmesomessugarlafette.com. Follow us on Facebook at Gimme Some Sugar Lafette and Instagram at Gimme Some Sugar AL.
And we're back with you with 44 seconds till halftime. Chambers has the ball on the 38, third down and 7.
See if the Rebels air it out here for a third down play. Hendricks drops back, looks to his right, and hits John White, pushes him out of bounds.
It's going to have a first down, but there again, clock will run.
Hendricks pass, complete number 16, John White. First down, Chambers Academy.
White was forced out of bounds to the 29-yard line.
Rebels got time for a couple plays here. They're going to have to be
mindful of that clock.
Rather expeditious in their use of time. We're at 15 seconds. Got 2 timeouts left. It's going to be around 10.
Hendricks drops back, getting a lot of pressure, and he throws across his body. Passes, broken up.
And that will not stop the clock unless we take a timeout. So we'll go to the half.
After 2 quarters of play, your Chambers Academy Rebels are up 28-8 against the Banks Jets.
Banks will receive the kickoff to start the third quarter. Could conceivably cut the deficit down to 12.
Pretty good showing by the Rebels passing offense in the first half. Very little running so far by the Rebels in the first half, but they are showcasing the passing attack. Hendricks getting his targets in line, and as the half went on, he improved on his accuracy and some great moves and some yards after the catch for the Rebel receivers.
1 turnover for Chambers on a high snap on a punt did not result in any points for Banks. The 1 touchdown they do have was on a pretty lengthy drive that was all on the ground. They've not thrown, I don't think, any passes. And the Rebels have been very efficient at times and very surgical with some of their passes. They had the ball 7 times, scored 4. And Banks has had it probably about that many times and scored once. So defense has been a mainstay for Chambers. And it's going to be interesting to see if we have a running clock or where we're headed with all this. When it was 28-0, the officials elected to run the clock, and then all of a sudden Banks scored, and they've got the ball to start the third quarter. So we shall see where we head with that. We've got about 14 minutes of halftime here, and I guess we're going to cut it short.
We're going to take a break here and grab some beverages, Sprite, and get ready for some second half action here in beautiful Mountain Brook area of Birmingham, and we're on the campus of Mountain Brook High School at Spartan Stadium. So hang tight, folks, and get y'all some refreshments, and we're going to catch you back here in the second half in about 13 minutes.
See ya.
Please give a round of applause for the Chambers Academy Rebel cheerleaders.
Stop running the field.
I don't think she can go back.
I agree that you can't either. What's this?
That's a beautiful move, man. Looks good, man.
You get focused on it now.
Have you checked out Gimme Some Sugar in Lafayette, Alabama? We are located across from the courthouse in the heart of Chambers County. Here at Gimme Some Sugar, we carry everything but sugar, from home decor to gift items for almost every occasion, such as candles, picture frames, custom door hangers, and signs. But we are most known for our boutique, where we carry junior and women's latest styles, sizes small to 3X. We also have all the accessories you need, such as handbags, jewelry, and footwear. But that isn't all. We do have men's t-shirts, hats, and soon we'll have sweatshirts. And if you can't make it in, feel free to check us out on our website at www.gimmesomesugarlafette.com. Follow us on Facebook at Gimme Some Sugar Lafette and Instagram at Gimme Some Sugar AL. Have you checked out Gimme Some Sugar in Lafayette, Alabama? We are located across from the courthouse in the heart of Chambers County. Here at Gimme Some Sugar, we carry everything but sugar, from home decor to gift items for almost every occasion, such as candles, picture frames, custom door hangers, and signs. But we are most known for our boutique, where we carry junior and women's latest styles, sizes small to 3X. We also have all the accessories you need, such as handbags, jewelry, and footwear. But that isn't all. We do have men's t-shirts, hats, and soon we'll have sweatshirts. And if you can't make it in, feel free to check us out on our website at www.gimmesomesugarlafette.com. Follow us on Facebook at Gimme Some Sugar Lafette and Instagram at Gimme Some Sugar AL.
And we are back with you live here with a minute and a half left until the beginning of the third quarter. Again, Banks won the toss and will receive the second half kickoff. They are 20 points behind toward the end of the second quarter. The officials began to run the clock when Chambers was up 28-0. And Banks immediately took the ball downfield on a lengthy drive, several long runs, all on the ground, and scored. And the Rebels did not have a chance to answer that score because of the running clock. Half ended with Chambers on about the 30-yard line going in. So here we are, got a kickoff, 20 points ahead. We will wait and see if the clock is going to run in the second half. I tend to think, Chester, that once you start that, you can't undo it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you can undo it. So, yeah, that last offensive drive for the Jets, Quintarius Chandler was the workhorse on that drive, and he had some pretty big runs on that, 15 and an 18-yard scamper for him. And the Jets got in there. It was a quite impressive drive and took the Rebel defense down the field for the Jets' first score. So, yeah, we'll see how they play the clock here in the second half, but I don't think you can go back and start managing the clock.
Yeah.
But we will see.
I know you can't go back in basketball because I have been working with basketball announcing for a number of years and sit right behind the clock keeper and the officials. And when you start the running clock in a basketball game, even if the game gets close, they don't stop it. So
we'll find out here in a second.
I've never seen one get very close.
Yeah.
But I have seen it go from 30 down to about 20, and everybody starts saying, oh, no, you got to stop the clock, and the officials say, oh, no, we don't.
The Jets take it at the Haley's kick at the 21. It's got some running room down the left side. A couple Rebels to beat and stopped. Number 22 for the Rebels, that is
Across the 40-yard line. First down, Jets.
Hunter Harmon.
Coondog
with the tackle.
Well, and the clock is running, so I guess there's our answer.
Harmon saved the touchdown on that kick return by the Jets. Jets got it down to the 38-yard line. Big return.
Yeah, Chambers got to be careful here. This maybe one of the few times you get the clock running with a lead, and all of a sudden it turns around and bites you. Certainly bit us at the end of the second quarter.
Quick handoff right at the middle. And
once again, we're moving the pile.
Yeah. Pickup of 7 on the play to bring up second down and third for the Jets.
Gain of 7 on the play. Second down.
Was that Chandler on the carry?
I don't know. It was a number of people made the tackle. Gavin Kite sort of finally put an end to the pile moving, and they got the runner down, and the clock's just ticking away here.
Second down and 3 for the Jets. Ball's at the 31-yard line. Another quick handoff
There
right
he
at the
goes.
middle and busts through the secondary and tackled right at the 3 or 4 yard line. That's tackled by number 1, Trammell, to save the touchdown. So first and goal for the Jets.
Chandler on the carry. First down, Jets.
Chandler is showing some power behind those pads, carrying the Rebel defense on the previous play and then busts loose for a big gain.
Kind of odd, Chester. They were getting nothing at all, and now they can't stop them. And I kind of don't really think anything stopped.
Chandler
That's going to
trying to bust out the
result in a
outside.
loss, thanks to Hunter Burdette.
Quintarius Chandler.
About a 2-yard loss. Pushed out of bounds by, that was Burdette, wasn't it?
Yes. So it'll be second and goal from about right at the 6.
No
Oops.
hard count by the Jets.
Well, they'll make it second and goal at the 3.
There's a flag on the play. Encouragement on the Rebels. After distance for the goal. Second down.
Just as an example, Chester, we played 3 minutes and run about, 4 plays?
Yeah.
much more manageable distance after that penalty.
Right up the gut by the Jets, and the Rebel defense sniffs that one out.
Cross Collie and Gavin Kite.
Yeah. And
Well,
penalties all over the place.
Yeah, everybody threw a flag on that. I don't know what happened. It's not going to be good for somebody. It's either going to be second and goal at the 1.5
Or whatever it was, they're
Or-
in consensus.
or
Something
at
bad
the
happened.
or at the 18. And they are going to.
Unsportsmanlike on the Jets. Going to push them
Wow.
back to the 18.
That'll drive you nuts as a head coach.
And I didn't see anything.
I
but
don't know what
something-
happened either, but apparently everybody else saw it because flags came from all directions.
Could have been some language down there on the field. We don't know.
And it was dead ball, so it'll be third down. That's something we got into down at Valiant Cross. We had a dead ball foul, and they didn't change the down, but that was post play. And so it'll be third and goal from the 18. Now you got to keep it in front of you. They've not thrown a pass all night, and this won't be a pass. And there
Ball's
came the
on the
ball
ground.
out. Ashton Chambers says that Chambers has it. Waiting on an indication from the officials who don't seem to be in any big hurry to tell us.
Everyone is getting
And now we get a ruling.
Pulled
It's
off the
Chambers
scrum.
ball.
Rebels defense comes up big there on the turnover. The Jets were within 2 yards of scoring and got pushed back to the 18 on a unsportsmanlike penalty. And the next play, ball hits the ground. Rebels recover with 6 minutes and 55 seconds left to go here in the third. Rebels offense takes the field at their
Almost-
own 18.
Almost half a quarter gone. Interesting that it took the side judge to come in to make that ruling, but hey, we'll take it. I think you'll see Chambers keep the ball on the ground more here in the second half with this running clock, because that's a good example of why you can get rid of 6 minutes in a hurry.
Yep, Jordan Benbrook.
Got caught from behind, but still got about 8 yards. And there goes another flag. Now that came in from, it's going to be something against Banks.
Holding or something.
Illegal use of hands on.
Banks Academy.
Oh, okay.
First down, Rebels.
Some kind of hands to the face.
Personal foul. The penalty will result in a first down for the Rebels. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the third. Clock's rolling on a running clock.
Yeah, that was a hands to the face. That the same side judge who ruled on the fumble saw.
Hendricks drops back and getting flushed out of the pocket is going to make something out of this. Turns to his feet, and he is down, pushed out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
JoJo's going to end up being the leading rusher tonight.
Yeah, he's seeing the pocket collapse around him, looking downfield, can't find a receiver, and he's taking it on his shoulders and making something out of nothing. Nice pickup for JoJo Hendricks. We're seeing a lot more out of that from him this later in the season. Early in the season, he was not apt to run, but now he's seeing the opportunity and making the best of it.
Yeah, he had a run last week that couldn't have come at a better time. It moved the chains and I think it was on third down. So
good to see him mature throughout the season in that aspect. He drops back here and tries to
Wow, what
hit
a
T.Y.
nice catch.
Trammell, on a slant, picks it right off the turf. And the official was right there, and they say it's a completion.
yeah, if this had been a grass field instead of a turf field, I think a blade of grass might have hit that
That's
one.
right.
But Rebels are moving the ball.
Second down and 1. Yeah, no margin in error on that pass.
This could basically be a clinching touchdown here if we can punch it in the end zone with a running clock. But it kind of got a little dicey there for a minute.
Yeah. Oh, hit T.Y.
Oh, that
out
was
in
a
the
great
flat.
pass.
And TY is tackled at the 23-yard line.
Nice open field tackle by Banks, or he would have scored.
Tackle by 8, Ivan Smith. First down, Chambers.
Can't see the young man's number, but I think he said his name was Smith. So that'd be number
Isaac
8.
Smith.
Yeah, sophomore. So they've got a lot of sophomore talent on this Banks team as well.
Yeah, 5 seniors from what I counted earlier. Hendricks rolls out to his left. He's going for the corner.
And he's going to get it.
Oh,
wow.
Nice pass breakup by the Jets in the end zone.
Yeah, Spud had that one ready to mark up to 6 points, and the Banks.
Broken up by number 5, Kayvon Teasley.
Teasley with the pass breakup.
Yeah, he was one of the seniors. That was a nice defensive play by that young man.
Yep, slipped that hand right in there at the last second and broke that pass up. Conway had that one ready to celebrate.
The throw was perfect, and the receiver was in a perfect place. And you got that third component, which is a defender, and he did exactly what coaches coach him to do.
Fling it out to Benbrook in the flat. Jordan cuts back toward the middle of the field and drags a Jet defender with him for maybe a yard pickup on the play.
Jordan Benbrook.
Well, you figure we're in 4-down territory, but it is third and 9.
After this snap, we'll be under 2 minutes. Oh, hard count by
There we go.
Hendricks.
They'll get it to 3rd and 4.
Flags on play. Encouragement on the Banks Academy. 3rd down and 4.
Got to feel a little better about 3rd and 4. 2 plays to pick up 4 yards. You're in the red zone. Under 2 minutes in the 3rd quarter, each team has had the ball once. So you're kind of looking at that happening again in the 4th quarter. If Rebels can score here, they'd be up by 4 scores.
Hand off to Benbrook off the left side, and he is caught at the 12-yard line
He's
and
gonna
pulled
be
back.
right around the 1st down. I think he's going to have it.
Yeah, they're going to spot him at the 12.
Line of the game was the 13, so we're good.
First down, Chambers.
Minute 18, Chain Crew's looking at a long journey if if the Rebels don't punch it in here.
Rolling under 1 minute left to go in the 3rd quarter. Rebels are in the red zone.
And Coach Allen calls a timeout. Must have been getting close on the play clock.
Yeah, 53 seconds left to go, and we're going to take a moment here to thank our game sponsor, Gimme Some Sugar.
Have you checked out Gimme Some Sugar in Lafayette, Alabama? We are located across from the courthouse in the heart of Chambers County. Here at Gimme Some Sugar, we carry everything but sugar, from home decor to gift items for almost every occasion, such as candles, picture frames, custom door hangers, and signs. But we are most known for our boutique, where we carry junior and women's latest styles, sizes small to 3X. We also have all the accessories you need, such as handbags, jewelry, and footwear. But that isn't all. We do have men's t-shirts, hats, and soon we'll have sweatshirts. And if you can't make it in, feel free to check us out on our website at www.gimmesomesugarlafette.com. Follow us on Facebook at Gimme Some Sugar Lafette and Instagram at Gimme Some Sugar AL.
And we'd like to thank, again, Gimme Some Sugar and Jennifer Graves in Lafayette for sponsoring tonight's game. Make sure to stop by Give Me Some Sugar and mark off some of those Christmas gifts you need to get this year. They're open, Tuesday through Saturday?
I think that's right. And not only do they have clothes, Chester, but she has some repurposed furniture that she takes in and takes great care in redoing. And she's got always has an inventory of furnishings.
Well, a quick handoff to Jordan Benbrook, and he is on the goal line, and he is in for a Rebels touchdown.
Touchdown, Rebels.
Which makes the Chain Crew happy.
Yes, they are, and that's a Ricky Elliott and Associates touchdown.
And we will likely get the extra point and start quarter number 4 with the kickoff. They need to be careful because there was more than 40 seconds left when they scored. So they're going to need to kick this extra point in the third quarter to avoid a penalty. Clock around 10.
Hendricks on the hold for the Rebels. Gets the snap down. Kick is up.
Yeah, got it again. He's been very consistent after that initial miss. It was kind of a low line drive. He's had the height and the distance and the accuracy on every other point after that he's attempted. And as we begin to start the fourth quarter, we are 12 minutes from completion. We're going to be through around 8:30 or so.
And you guys got a chance to check out the Chambers Academy varsity cheerleaders on the trip up here to Mountain Brook, Birmingham, Alabama area for this matchup between Chambers Academy Rebels and the Banks Academy Jets.
Start the fourth quarter.
Cheerleaders under the able leadership of Coach Emily Milford. Got to get that plug in.
Great
So,
leadership in that case,
yeah.
Calvin.
Well, I just got to get that plug in for a number of reasons, including the fact that next time I make her mad, I can say, "Hey, gave you a plug on TV."
That's right. Get some brownie points.
All right. Haley will tee it up and kick it off. And as he kicks it, we will start in on 12 minutes to go. Chambers 35, Banks 8. Banks at this point would have to score 4 times in a 12-minute running clock, so Rebels are in good position now.
Haley kicks it down to the 24 where the Jets take it, making some nifty moves, and the Jets bring it out to the 40-yard line where they'll start their next offensive series.
Ben Banks was in on that tackle,
First down, Banks
along with Hayden Hurst, Coon Dog, Hunter Burdett, Luke Tarver. They were all down there answering the call.
Quick handoff and met by number 57 by the Rebels right at the line. That's Braden Munkus. They're going to give him a yard on that run. It'll set up second down and 9 for the Jets.
Cross Collie waving to the sideline. I don't think he was asking to come out, but I think he was concerned about an alignment problem. That was amply handled.
Met by number 55 was the first Rebels in there, Zach Baalsma.
And he was assisted by Cross Collie, who
Third down, 7 the game.
responded well to whatever adjustment that they made defensively. So it's now third down and 7. Next week, we will recognize our biggest senior class in Chambers Academy history. And we will start next week. That ceremony begins at 6:15, according to
Ball's on the
cheer
ground.
coach.
Jumped on quickly by the Jets quarterback.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the Jets.
And we'll be playing Crenshaw next week,
Yep,
correct?
defending 1A state champs. We are, of course, the defending 2A state champs. That was a interesting game last year. We went down to Luverne, and they had a tornado go through, and there was no cell service whatsoever. So we just had to record that game and rebroadcast it. That was a game
remember that, yeah.
where nobody could tackle Jordan Benbrook. He had way over 200 yards in that game, and Rebels won by 20. That was the last game Crenshaw lost last year. They went on a 3-game winning streak through the playoffs and won the state championship. And our senior night, again, if you regularly watch us on YouTube, the senior night ceremony will begin at 6:15, and we will be on the air a little before 6:15 for you to be able to see us celebrate our seniors and their families. As the class of 22 will take the field for the last time in the regular season.
Chambers Academy will take over from there.
Should be a fun evening, so
Yeah.
if you're in town, stop on by. But if you can't make it to town in Lafayette, next Friday, catch us on Chambers Academy Sports Live for your Friday Night Lights.
I think Emily said we had 20 senior boys, and I believe she said 6 senior cheerleaders, so that's 26 youngsters. There's 41 or maybe 42 in that class. We have never had a class at Chambers in 52 years that had more than 40 in it. In fact, I think 36 may have been the biggest class, so this is definitely the biggest class in school history, which is a good thing to brag about. And here comes the offense with about 8 minutes to go.
Number 21, Gavin Kite gets in there. Hand off to Gavin off the left side. Pulling a jet with him for a pickup of 3 on that play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Carry. Tackled by Archerella Cox.
Yep, senior night next week will be fun. They're at Torbert Allen Field in Lafayette, Alabama. So a lot of festivities, so come on out and hang out with us. See some folks and celebrate this senior class for their last regular season home game.
Our Rebel reunion classes will be the class of 86, 76, and 81. 81's a special year to me because that's the year I graduated.
Ooh, Gavin Kite's breaking loose and slips down right at midfield, but that's still enough for a Rebels first down. Calvin, did you have a poll this week of
Yes.
games?
Oh, my goodness. And we didn't even talk about that. Thank you, Chester, for reminding me. Let me look real quick. I remember who it was, but let me verify.
While you do
I
that,
can't believe I
the
forgot that.
Rebel offense is setting up for 1st and 10. Ball is spotted at the Jets 49.
Big thanks to Chester for remembering that.
So they're going to call a procedure play on that. A little false start by the Rebels.
False start on the offense.
Be a 5-yard penalty.
There's one of them. All right, this week's time frame was from 2006 to 2010. And the winner of the favorite game was on Halloween night in 2000. I believe it was 2002, but anyway, I think that's a typo. But it was on Halloween night. I'm sure of that, and I remember being there. It was at Ashford.
Gavin Kite,
And there goes the
he drops
ball.
the ball on the ground and picked up by number 50.
Fumble on the play.
53.
Jets, number 53, Thomas Aldridge.
Thomas Aldridge on the fumble recovery, tackled by Ashton Chambers and JoJo Hendricks, but they're going to spot the ball.
Got a flag on the play. And it's 2010, Chester. I finally got it straightened out. It's
Okay.
Halloween night, 2010. Game at Ashford Academy, which of course no longer exists, but Ashford back in those days was usually
Personal foul on
in
the Rebels.
in the mix with Chambers. And we went down to Ashford and won 31-29 to clinch a home playoff game.
Is Ashford outside of Dothan?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were the Ashford Falcons, and they were always very good, but like I said, they were always kind of in the mix with us. And that was the year where the winner of that game got to have the first round at home, so we went down there and won by 2.
First down, Banks Academy.
So that's your favorite game for that time frame. The favorite team. Got to get through some of the volleyball post. Favorite team for that time frame was 2008. That was one of Coach Allen's teams when he came back to coach the Rebels. Ball's out again.
Oh, ball's on the ground.
Cross Collie comes
Cross,
out
yeah.
with it. He's desperately trying to score.
Tackled at the
Gets down to the
35-yard line. It's about where Gavin Kite would have ended up on that last play.
Gotta hate it for Cross. He didn't make that touchdown. That would have been cool. Favorite team was the 2008 team. They had an 8-game winning streak. Started out 0-2 and won 8 in a row. Excuse me, I think they started 0-3. They won 8 in a row. They ended up 8-4. They made it to the semifinals for the first time in 8 years. Went down to Patrician and got beat, but that team was 8-4 2008. So 2008 is your favorite team for that time frame of 5 years, and a 2010 win at Ashford. And we've got 4 minutes to.
Well, thank you, Calvin, for setting those polls up each week. I know we folks enjoy voting on that and bringing up some good memories of Rebel football over the years.
It's about to get really interesting, Chester, because we're going to get into the time frame we're in now, where we've been to several championship games in a row.
Feeding it back to Gavin, and he's pulling over some Jets and gets tripped up at about the 10-yard line. We're going to spot him at the 11. Gavin was running with a purpose on that play.
3.5 minutes left, so we should see the resolution of this drive. But those polls are fun to do. But as I said, it's about to get interesting because we're going to get into the 2015 to 2021 era, and I don't know if we're going to be able to narrow down favorite games.
Yeah, there's a lot of action in that time frame. So get ready, Rebels fans, to check that out in the
we
Chambers
got one
Athletic
more.
Facebook
Got
section.
one more 5-year period before that. It'll be 2011 to, we'll get into the beginning edge of it. And there goes Gavin. He's going to get in there. Well, no, he runs out of bounds. Perhaps Coach Allen instructed
Penalty carry.
them to call off the dogs
Game 7 on the play. Second down.
because he could have easily scored on that play.
And we are getting close to the 2-minute mark here in the fourth.
And Banks calls a timeout.
Timeout on the field, Banks Academy.
And with that timeout, the clock does stop with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the game. And we would like to thank our game sponsor tonight, Gimme Some Sugar in Lafayette, Alabama.
Have you checked out Gimme Some Sugar in Lafayette, Alabama? We are located across from the courthouse in the heart of Chambers County. Here at Gimme Some Sugar, we carry everything but sugar, from home decor to gift items for almost every occasion, such as candles, picture frames, custom door hangers, and signs. But we are most known for our boutique, where we carry junior and women's latest styles, sizes small to 3X. We also have all the accessories you need, such as handbags, jewelry, and footwear. But that isn't all. We do have men's t-shirts, hats, and soon we'll have sweatshirts. And if you can't make it in, feel free to check us out on our website at www.gimmesomesugarlafette.com. Follow us on Facebook at Gimme Some Sugar Lafette and Instagram at Gimme Some Sugar AL.
And we're coming back off the timeout by Banks.
Chambers Academy from the 4-yard line.
Cole Baker is in at quarterback. Braxton Yurda in at running back. Ashton Chambers is in at tight end. Got a sort of an assortment of changes here.
Yeah, Cole Baker is a sophomore. And hand off to
Yurda.
that was Yurda for a touchdown, Rebels.
Touchdown, Chambers. Tyson Hewitt on the carry.
Excuse me, that was number 5, Tyson Hewitt.
I'm sorry. That was my bad, Chester.
And that's another Ricky Elliott and Associates touchdown.
Tyson Hewitt, I believe, is just a sophomore.
And that's
So-
a Ricky Elliott and Associates touchdown, now a part of Star Insurance Group with offices in Opelika, Auburn, Montgomery, and Greenville, insuring businesses, homes, farms, and autos in Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, and North Carolina, supporting Chambers Academy Athletics since 1980. Go Rebels. Thank you, Ricky Elliott.
So you see a glimpse of the future there, Chester. You had sophomore quarterback, sophomore running back. The play before you had a junior running back, who's obviously going to be the
Kick is up, and it is good for the extra point.
Extra point is good.
central part of the running game next year. I think you'll see Chambers returning to more of a running type offense. which has always been Coach Allen's specialty. He's been able to open up the passing game some with Peyton Allen and then with JoJo and these great receivers that he's taken advantage of. But we shall see what type of offense that we will run next year. We feel confident with Coach Allen's success over the years that he'll put his personnel in the best position possible to win. And we have a minute left before we can head to Buc-ee's.
And that will be an experience. We'll give you some footage of that next week. And
It's like country come to town.
yep. And
Banks had too many people on the field, but the officials chose to allow the young man to get off.
And the Rebel special teams is trying to corral the Jet. Oh,
Yep.
ball's on the ground. And it is
It's like Coondog might have got it. I don't know who got it. People flying everywhere.
bouncing around out there. But
I think Banks might have got it.
well, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors this year for the during the Chambers Academy Sports Live broadcast. And we do appreciate your sponsorship and helping out with Rebel Athletics this year. And that should do it, Calvin. We have hit.
As a final hit from here in Mountain Brook,
Yeah.
Chambers Academy will win this one 42-8.
And the Rebels finish the
Well,
region schedule undefeated.
That's the end of the regular season for the Jets.
Jets finish the season 6-4.
Bye week next week.
They will be off next week and head to Otaga for the first round of the playoffs. Rebels are now 8-1 with one game left. Still an opportunity to win 10 games for, I don't know how many years in a row, for around 6, I think. We'll figure that out before next Friday night's game.
well, they're still doing some. I think there's gonna be one more play.
Yeah, but I think David said somebody called a timeout. So
The officials are correcting everything out there and bringing the
guess
defense and offense back on the field.
apparently we will have one untimed play after a timeout. And the scoreboard shows both teams with 3 timeouts. So we do not have a clock operator. Cross collie comes off the field. And now we're through. As number 25 makes the tackle on the final play. We'll let Chester tell us who that is.
We don't have a listing.
Well, okay, number 25. We wish we could tell folks who you are.
Great tackle on there.
Yeah, you did a good job, young man. That's probably someone who has a different number in the blue jerseys,
Now it's final.
because some of the blue jerseys, some of the white jerseys do have a different.
Everyone drive safe and God bless.
So the teams line up to congratulate one another. It was a good, sturdy, region-ending victory for Chambers, 42-8. Kind of an odd game in a lot of ways. It was not a very large crowd here for Banks. Good crowd here for the Rebels, but Chester pointed out this is a big old stadium. There was no music or anything to kind of keep crowd involvement. It was just sort of quiet.
Yeah. Kind of, our rhythm, getting things rolling was a little bit different without any music in the background. But, hey, we appreciate them having us up here at this fine facility. And it was a quick game. It is already 8:35, and we're wrapping this game up here from Birmingham. We appreciate all y'all tuning in to Chambers Academy Sports Live to watch this. We'll be back here early again next week at 6:15, correct?
Yes.
6:15 for senior night at Torbert Allen Field in Lafayette, Alabama. And we will zoom in here on the Rebels.
This has become a tradition. They will sing the fight song for the fans that were here. And there you have it, folks. The fight song will wind up this road victory. And Chambers finishes 4-0 in the region, undefeated in region play. Last year, of course, we had one loss and got into that tedious tiebreaker. But best way to not get in a tiebreaker, Chester, is just win them all. And
That's right.
Rebels will go to 8-1. And we'll take on defending 1A Crenshaw next week at Torbert Allen Field, and we'll be at Torbert Allen Field as long as we stay alive in the playoffs until if we're fortunate enough to make it to the finals again. Of course, we'll go to Montgomery to Crampton Bowl. So we're going to wind things up here
And
from Mountain Brook.
Yeah, just a quick reminder to follow the Lady Rebel volleyball team next week as the playoffs start. And we wish them the best of luck and catch any of their action on Chambers Academy Sports Live.
Tuesday at noon.
Tuesday at noon. Get ready, and good luck to the Lady Rebel volleyball team.
First set will be against the Hooper Colts. Chambers, of course, is the region champ, going in at the number 1 seed in that side of the bracket, and Hooper comes in at the number 4 seed. So they will play, I would call it Hooper, but they call it Hooper. So they'll play the Colts. They'll play the Colts either way, Chester. And we will have that for you in some form or fashion on our Sports Live Network here on YouTube. I won't be able to be there, and I don't know about Chester, but
I don't think I can make it.
I know I've got a court docket that day, so we won't be bringing it to you, but somebody will. So no one is irreplaceable, and Chester and I realize that includes us. So we will have someone there with it. And you see Coach Allen speaking with the team. We're going to sign off. Tune in again. Remind you to tune in Wednesday night. We'll have post-game, pre-game interview with Coach Allen. And we'll have our offensive, defensive players of the game and the play of the game. We'll pick those out on the way home tonight and have that ready for you on Wednesday. So about supper time on Wednesday, give us a look, and you'll see where we have downloaded our interviews and our pregame as we talk about Crenshaw. So from Mountain Brook Stadium, Spartan Stadium on the campus of Mountain Brook High School, we bid you a good night and God bless.
Good night.